What the hell? Hold on a second. Okay. Sorry, I had a phone call. Do, 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 do. Joe, what are you doing? Where did Joe go? Oh, what are you doing? Nope, Matt's away from his headset.
so stupid.
Welcome in,
I hope
everybody.
they spelled
It's
their
the
names
coach.
right.
This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead,
That'd be
we've
bad
got
on me
what
if
should
I
be
didn't.
an interesting matchup between the Los Angeles Rams and the New York Giants. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at Metlife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They come in with some fresh legs as they got the week off last week thanks to the early season bye.
And usually you hope your bye comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get fresh legs back, you take that time and you run with it.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Rams, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
Randall Cobb.
Set to go now in week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They're led onto the field by the former Cal Bear and the #1 overall pick in 2016, Jared Goff.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did.
It's all the plays always retired.
His first carry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a first down.
Oh, I'm not liking facing the Rams right now.
They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense.
No, but they have a good running game, though.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Goff.
And down goes Jared Goff.
O'Shea Ziminis. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit.
That should have been a fumble, to be honest. Hopefully not a fumble.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. And the offensive starters here for Los Angeles.
And the play of this offensive line is going to be so important in this game because we saw the sack a minute or so ago. They've got to be able to give their guy time to throw. That means communication and being physical is vital. Otherwise, this could be a long game.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. He's going to sling this deep downfield.
No good.
Be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and back on their heels.
Touchback.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, We're going to see some shots downfield, aren't
I
we?
just
What
heard
did he
Matt's
talk to
phone
us
go
about?
off.
Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section, where the columnists write possible air raid. So we'll see.
Oh,
It's going to be
that
interesting
was
to
a
see
good
how the
one.
coaches view that, right? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
A loss of 2 there, second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into
See,
enemy
if it
territory.
you should have re-signed, but
19
no, you
yards
wanted
to
to be a
pick up
douche.
there. Move the chains.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good. That middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more
And
of
number
that.
70, you should have pushed me up there,
To go
buddy.
in the middle as well, and he's got it.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On 2nd and 7, Jones.
Too slow.
Going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
And Tate's got it.
Hey, Golden Tate got it. There we go.
Inside the 25.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
And they'll get this down to the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Dan, Joe, you're kind of right. The Rams do suck.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. To throw on 2nd and 6. Jones to the goal line, but it's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, but now it'll be third down. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Now Saquon Barkley.
Why would you let him
Close to
do
a first
that?
down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. Looking at this situation, if you're at the 1, the 2, maybe you go for it. From here, you kick it.
I agree. I think you have to get points in this situation. Fourth down, I don't chance it at all. I put the points on the board and go back and regroup.
Oh, jeez.
Golf will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They begin the drive with Hines. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
This is Hines. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, look now at our starting defense. They come into this one 9th in the NFL against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
A good pickup.
What? He was out. They even freaking... What?
there are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
Hold on, I want to review that replay. I want to see if he was actually in. Joe, does it look like he's in?
What?
Look at my stream real quick.
Yeah, well.
Is he in? Cause they were saying they were saying he was out. See, look, they were saying he was out.
I think, yeah, I don't know, it's really my animations on.
Right there, it doesn't look like he was in. I mean, that's weird. Usually they, whatever. That's weird.
Let's see what you got.
On first down, Hines. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On 2nd and 12, Goff. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff.
Oh, that should be picked.
A disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. New York set to take the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Wait.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10
Joe.
at the 20.
Wow.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley fights forward for only about
Well,
a yard.
your brother
up to
has
the
a girlfriend?
21. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play.
And Barkley's
When we
injured.
return
What the
to
hell?
MetLife Stadium.
Yeah, the
2nd
kid.
and 9 now from the 21. Now Jones, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd,
like
the
a
old
4-year-old.
Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Throwing Jones. And
Oh, come on, guys. Really, I can't run now because I don't have a runner. I kept them, whatever.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender is making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
And that play going
I feel like this is going to be a defense team
before he could get out of the backfield.
Came out in a power set. That only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage.
Come on, defense. Thank you. Good job.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Third and 3.
Goff on third down. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They run with Hines.
Stop him. Good job.
He is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
When Leonard Williams was picked in the 2015 NFL Draft,
and they said he should be home by 5.
Hopefully. And I got a lot of grief about it. Did you just see that play there? Did you see how he made that move and made that tackle? That was Merlin Olsen-esque.
I just perked up when you said Merlin Olsen.
Yeah, a lot of people said, hey, that's too much, too far, and maybe it is early.
No, come on, guys. You pushed him forward.
Brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Goff. That'll be caught by Cup. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards there and a first down. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Now it's Hines.
Good job, defense.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1.
And they got a touchdown.
It's Higbee. Touchdown Rams. Tyler Higbee. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Someone else is playing.
Now out come the Giants. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
Oh, great. Barkley's injured again.
Look to the quarterback, but sometimes there's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it up. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. Third down here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. Jones. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And they're going to mark it down.
With the 4th and 1, I'm going for that.
Maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Why?
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and pick it up with Lewis. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee, and it's 3rd and 5. They had great...
Hold on.
Start your week by installing your game plan. Position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
From the gun, here's Goff. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. A Ram first down as Goff finds Cup.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the side.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Goff now looks to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Now Ryan Suckup will come on and try the field goal. From the left hash, this from 46. And this one is right down the middle. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
New York set to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got to. Defense that can hold up their end. And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. After he cleared the line of scrimmage, nice little hole developed.
Yeah, he got great blocking right there at the start. How about his vision, finding the open spaces, and letting his feet carry him to him.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Damn.
Sam up. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
They'll stay with Lewis here on first down. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Vontez Perfect, the one to get him down. To throw on 2nd and 6. Jones.
Good
Open
catch.
second here, Darius Slayton. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 44-yard line. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside.
From what?
Really well-run route.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Off front is
The perennial
terrible.
Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo,
Evan Ingram caught that.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 30.
Evan Ingram doesn't want to resign with us.
And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real
Hi,
coordination between the passer and the receiver, because you got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone, sometimes you're throwing it between the zones, sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll try to run for it. Lewis. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
Haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully, that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A 2nd down run with Lewis. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Gallman, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Dion Lewis. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now Lewis. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what.
I'm gonna challenge that because that's definitely a touchdown.
They got done.
And a pause in the action because
that's
the booth,
definitely a touchdown.
they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
He had both feet in. That's a touchdown. His foot was inside the end zone. Thank you.
And the challenge pays dividends.
And they missed the field goal too.
Everyone gets a bonus on this one, Brandon. The coach upstairs who signaled down and said challenge it, and the head coach for pulling the red flag.
Following the field goal on is Riley Dixon to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
I love how the game just tried to screw me, Joe.
Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field. They've got the lead. They haven't really had to utilize him all that much so far, but I guess if you're winning on the scoreboard, not too much to complain about.
Not at all, but you know those guys out wide, they want as many catches as they can possibly get. They may need him later on if things get a little tighter.
Yeah, so far, 2 catches. We'll see what happens here as the game progresses.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down. Gone. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone.
Whoa,
so
I almost
possession goes over here on the punt. And the Giants will get it now at the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
Well, this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. On 2nd and a couple, Jones finds his tight end Ingram, and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 yards, good for a Giant 1st down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
A 1st down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today. So, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Give them 18 there, and the Giants have a 1st down. Jones now, just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Open man right side is Ingram. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. A draw play here, Lewis. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Touchdown by the Giants.
Take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
By Sterling Shepard.
Sterling Shepard, his second touchdown on the season. And the Giants have taken the lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
No.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That's a nice play.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now, his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass, no interceptions for
Why
him
you guys
personally
keep
to this point.
calling timeouts for?
Now the
There's
Rams will
55
signal
seconds on
for
the
a
clock.
timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Play action. It's gone. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
No.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. From the red zone now, Goff. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency. He's got it. It's Higbee.
He was out.
Touchdown Rams. Tyler Higbee. As the first half is winding down. And the Rams are going to jump back in front.
Come on.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
You're looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Extra point put through by Suckup. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, lock it. Check your hot read.
Jones, a final shot before break. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital. where it was the visiting Lions who come in and get the road victory.
Joe.
Matthew Stafford leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we head over to the West Coast. Check out the Niners at home at Levi Stadium. And at the half, they trail the visiting Jets in that ball game. Le'Veon Bell, over 100 yards on the afternoon thus far with a touchdown run as well. Lastly, let's get you way up to Seattle. See what's happening with the Seahawks. And they've got the lead over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. DK Metcalf, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
I'm going to